It is chilly outside, and I hope that you are watching this in a nice warm location, getting ready for a story right here on Mr. Eric Reads. Hiya, happy Thursday. We've got Rachel Bright's The Lion Inside today as our book. So sit back, relax, get warm, and enjoy this tale right here on Mr. Eric Reads. In a dry, dusty place, where the sand sparkled gold, stood a mighty flat rock, all craggy and old. And under the rock, in a tiny full house, lived the quietest, littlest, meekest brown mouse. He was so very tiny, so incredibly small, that nobody noticed him ever at all. He got stepped on and sat on. He missed out on stuff, ignored and forgotten. The mouse's life was tough. Meanwhile, far above, on top of the rock, times were quite different. It was Lion o'clock. This huge, toothy creature made sure everyone saw how important he was by how loud he could roar. He was the head of the pack. He was shouty and proud. He flexed his biceps while wowing the crowd. Yes, all were impressed by this mighty king cat. If only, thought Mouse, I could be more like that. Then late one dark night, in his tiny mouse bed, the cleverest thought popped into his head. He leaped up from darkness and held up a paw. I've got it, he said. What I need is a roar. Roar! I mean, what if this mouse, with the weeniest squeak, were a little more grrr and a little less meek? Well, he'd still be the smallest of fuzzy brown mice, but he'd make his friends join in, and life would be nice. Yes, thought the mouse, I must find out how. I will learn how to roar, and I will learn it right now. But it wouldn't be easy. There was only one beast who could teach him this thing, but it might make him a feast. It was time to be strong. Take a chance, after all. Forever was such a long time for the mouse to feel small. So he made himself brave, and he thought like a winner. He set off to the top of the rock, hoping not to be dinner. It felt like the scariest thing he could do. But if you want things to change you, you first have to change you. The further he climbed, the closer he got to the slumbering lion reclining on top. Then at last, as he stood on his tippity toes, he found himself suddenly nose to nose. Pardon me. Wake up, Mr. Lion. You've got company. Squeak! Mr. Lion, what I've come to you for is squeak. Do you think that you could teach me to roar? A silence befell that twinkling plain. Lion opened his eyes and he puffed out his mane. Time went so slowly it felt like a week. Then he opened his mouth. And he let out. Eek! The lion curled up in a terrified ball. He didn't like this, not one bit at all. "Don't hurt me," he whimpered. "Oh, try to be nice." Well, this mighty great lion was frightened of mice. "Don't worry," Mouse peeped. "I'm here as a friend. Let's hang out together, be pals till the end." That was a magical moment for sure, when the mouse didn't feel at all small anymore. He had found his true voice and he learned to speak out. And for that, you don't need to roar or to shout. And from that day and always, the two were a pair. They both liked the rock better now that the rock was theirs to share. The mouse, while still little, felt big in his head, and the lion still roared, but with laughter instead. Yes, that day, they both learned that no matter your size, we all have a mouse and a lion inside. The end. That was The Lion Inside by Rachel Bright, right here on a cold, dreary Thursday of Mr. Eric Reads. Guys, I hope you had a great day. Please close out your week on a high note by bringing your best brain and your best behavior to your classroom, whether that's virtual or in person. You guys, please stay safe and warm. Please wash your hands. And please, please, please practice kindness in everything that you do. Until next time, Mr. Eric, signing off.